Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Touching up stone chips. Forgive me, I've got a bit of water on my jacket. Now if we go in here, see there? It's a stone chip. Doesn't look too, it looks tiny, doesn't it, on the camera? It is tiny. Here, stone chip. Here, stone chips. There's one down there, and I'll take my word for it. There's loads of them. There's loads of them actually. Look, you can see one there. Sort of, you know, there's quite a few over the bonnet. None on the bumper, luckily, because it's been repainted. So, how do we do a good job? Now, the art of touching up a stone chip. I wish to tell you that I had it and I could make the stone chip disappear to a standard where you couldn't see them. I've never had that. Never been able to do it. No stone chip repair is obviously seamless. Now, the way I work is I don't want to spend like lots of money on a touch-up kit, because it costs about 60, 70, 80 quid. You know, I'm not far off the cost of repainting that wing. I know it's obviously a bit more than that. So I use these touch-ups that you can buy on eBay. This one's made by a company called Auto Essence. I bought it for the M140, so it's over a year old, and it works quite well. It's a bit like nail varnish, okay? It's a single system paint, so it's a gloss paint. There's no clear coat or anything like that, so it's shiny paint, which looks a bit like clear coat. I've already used this to really good effect on a little tiny scrape on the door, which you're not even going to be able to see on this camera, which was, I'm even struggling to see it. If you get the light, it's there. It's right there. You're not going to be able to even see the touch-up I did. And all I did was... I don't know what she's doing out there. All I did was paint a thin layer on and then just polish it off slowly with that, going that way over the edge of the door in the same way till it was flat and you couldn't see it. So you can do quite a good job. You can also make them worse if you put too much paint in. Now, the first thing is I've gone around all of the stone chips with some cleanser fluid. You can use IPA if you like, but I've used Built Hamber cleanser fluid, swabbed it on, and then just buffed it off to degrease it. Take the polishing oils off, actually. Now, this thing, you've got to shake the hell out of it. That's one thing that's really important. Shake it for at least, I don't know, a couple of minutes to really mix it all up. And that'll probably do. The brush that comes inside this thing gets absolutely plastered in paint, and it's no good. So I would suggest you go to like an arts and crafts shop and get a really good quality paintbrush and pay like £5 or whatever they cost. I've got this one here. I did have a load of art ones, but I binned them because I wasn't using them. And then, as always, you need one. So I've just taken a little art brush and I've just chopped it down so it's not too big. And I'm just going to make sure it's dry. Now, okay, next thing is just going to get some light on this thing. As always, light's important. There we go. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to... So you can build up paint so that you've got like a little crown of paint, and then you can flatten the crown off with bits wet sanding and then buff it. I'm not going to bother with that because I just want it done in like 20 seconds because that's going to be good enough for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to take the lid off. Hopefully you can see this. It's not the best angle, sorry, hold on. It's always hard trying to film this stuff. Let's bring this over here. Hopefully you can see what's going on. So there's tons of paint here. It's all going to run down this thing. So that I'm just going to stick over there. And this, going to get a little bit of paint. Hopefully you can see that on the brush. Okay, good. Take this with us. Take this with us. Get a stool. Try and set up the shot as we're doing this. that in here. This is going to look awful. Right, hopefully that'll do. What can you see? Yeah, that'll do. Just getting a bit more paint on the brush. And I'm blocking my own light, never mind. Jesus, I can see some swirls I've missed. Never mind. And all I'm going to do, so this one's down to the primer. All I'm going to do is just get a little bit of a touch up over the top of the primer. I really want a better angle. In fact, I'm going to hold the camera in one hand so you can really see the actual paintbrush going in. Right, can you see that? Yeah, it might be a bit out of focus. There we go. Okay. Right. Where's the paint on? Hold on. Right. I'm going to leave that. Okay guys, so the paint is kind of dried. You just see it right in the middle there, can't you? I'm in the way of the light, but hard to spot on this little GoPro. And I'm just going to buff some perfect finish. Hopefully you can see that. This should be good enough. So I want to pull away from the edge, so I'm going to use the bottom here and tilt in that way. I knew it was going to do that. Getting there. Right. That, and I'm showing it to you properly, is damn hard to see now, guys. It's damn hard to see. Like, not just even with the GoPro, even with my eyes. I can see where it's not quite. It could do with a little bit more paint and then you could buff it. But like, how long do you want to spend? That's absolutely fine. This distance between the camera and the scratch, you know, about 4 or 5 inches from the camera to the scratch, and you can't see it. So it's only when you get like, you know, right up there, I'm literally a thumb's width away from the thing that you can see it, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Where's my cloth? Let's just buff this off. Soft cloth. And that's really good. It's really good. I want to show it to you even with like with a light right on it, which no one ever does when they're showing you these spot repairs. Where's the light? Let's get the... Oh, it's over here, isn't it? Let's come over here. So it's right there, you see it? You can't even see it on the bloody camera. Yes, that's great. That's good enough. So that's just an example of just doing a quick touch up. So before that was all grey primer, and now, you know, you can't see it. There's lots more to do. I'm just going to repeat that process, and that's it. Fill it up with paint, buff it till you can remove the excess. You know, while the paint's still soft, it comes off quite easily, so you can almost flatten it with polish. Yeah, and it works. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon.
Holding on to